Hey, what is up guys? So today I have this particular GPU, the ZOTAC 1080ti Amp Edition. And this is not the Amp Extreme Edition, that's another model. But so how does it actually differ from the whole Founders Edition, the ZOTAC 1080ti Founders Edition? Now the TDP is at 270 watts, which means a 600 watt power supply or higher is definitely recommended. Now compared to the Founders Edition, you do also get a DVI port and 3 display ports, and I would think that one of the reasons why the Founders Edition never actually had a DVI port was because of cooling purposes, and now you get 2 massive fans, so that's pretty alright. So the 1080ti Amp Edition does come with a higher base clock and a higher boost clock. You get about 1569 MHz on base clock and 1683 MHz on boost clock. Now the Amp Edition does also come with power boost, which is pretty common with ZOTAC GPUs. What it actually does is, in my opinion, this whole power boosting, what it actually does is that it sort of gives you a consistent power delivery throughout your whole usage of your GPU, so you don't get throttling and stuff like that. Now, how effective is power boost? It's something quite debatable because I've been using this particular GPU for quite a while now, and I haven't actually gotten any form of throttling and stuff like that. Maybe my games are not intensive, maybe my screen is not 4K, so that is something that is quite debatable. Now, speaking about cooling, the 1080ti Amp Edition does come with this whole feature called Ice Storm. Now, it's powered by 200mm fans, and what this whole Ice Storm does, it's supposed to give you this whole barrier cooling solution. And what's really cool, and probably literally cool, is the fact that the whole new freeze feature actually maintains your whole fan on idle. Now this is really good when it comes to the whole lifespan of your GPU fan, simply because at idle or at a certain amount of load, it doesn't actually spin. So in terms of lifespan, probably you get a bit more lifespan with your fans. From a physical point of view, the card is pretty massive, but it's still not too bad. It's about 300 mils in length, so you actually need a decent case to actually fit this particular GPU right here. And the good part about this particular GPU as well, I'm not too sure how much does the backplate actually help when it comes to preventing GPU sagging, but I guess your motherboard and the whole PCIe slot placement when you're on your case does actually play a big role as well. Now, if you're the kind of guy who like RGB stuff, then you got one little ZOTAC logo right here, and that's the only thing that is RGB. Now, compared to its previous 1080 version, it's not actually RGB. Now, this one has actually RGB, so you can actually change all the little colors via this whole Spectra or this whole built-in app, which is embedded inside the whole ZOTAC Firestorm app. So all physical appearance and tech stuff aside, let's take a look at some results. Now, when I actually reviewed the whole ZOTAC 1080ti Founders Edition, I actually reviewed it inside my X99 system, which doesn't actually make much sense simply because I can't actually benchmark all my stuff on the X99 just yet, because most mainstream users are 1151 users, which is KB Lake or Skylake users, especially in Malaysia. I'm not too sure if in overseas there are more X99 users, but in Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken, most users are KB Lake or Skylake users, and I actually benchmarked this particular GPU on the 6700K system, which is on a Z270M Pro 4 motherboard. It's the S-Rock motherboard. So the whole results would make actually much more sense, and obviously the results are impressive, and I don't actually see much of a point reviewing or really looking in depth into the results, simply because if you're into whole 4K gaming and stuff like that, you shouldn't actually look any further, because you either have the 1080 Ti, you either have the Titan X, or the whole brand new Titan XP. So you can either pick either 3 of these guys. But you know, in my opinion, value for money for now, it's obviously the 1080 Ti. It retails about 3,769 ringgit via eTech PC. And of course, a big shout out to ZOTAC Malaysia for sending over this particular GPU. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And of course, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you are already using this GPU, let me know what you think in the comment section below as well. I'm going to leave some links in the description section as well. And of course, if you have not hit the subscribe button, do not forget to do so right now. And as usual, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.